about something else that took place here tonight. There was a huge watch party. We promoted this earlier. About 1,000 people were expected to show up in a tent that's set up to my left on the other side of the theater debate area. That's where News Channel 8's Peter Bernard is tonight. And Peter, we thought 1,000, perhaps more than that, showed up, because when I walked outside, there was a line that looked like a mile long, like you were waiting on a big concert to take place.
Yeah, they came here early, Keith, around 7:30 or so. And even before that, the tent is designed to hold about 1,000 people, but they had that many and some. Interest in the Republican debate is very high here on campus, with students wanting to be a part of the process.
It was a mess.
As the 9 o'clock hour hit, every seat in the tent was occupied. Meanwhile, outside the tent, members of the Occupy movement and other groups chanted and banged loudly on drums. Despite the distractions, most listened intently as the Republican candidates debated. This USF student believes Ron Paul performed the best.
Because he's providing more facts and he's being more reasonable as far as what his plans are, and he's being straightforward. Everyone else is attacking everyone else instead of just telling us what they're going to do.
With people sitting on the grass in and out of the tent, some strain to hear at their grass vantage point near one of the 4 exits.
I don't think it's that fair, actually. And from back here, unfortunately, I missed a lot of the debate. I can't hear right now what's really going on, but I do see that the frontrunners are usually the only ones that actually get the questions, you know.
Some pointed out all the bickering between candidates could spell trouble down the road.
They're not really competing against Obama at this point. They're competing against each other, so.
Is that a negative for the Republicans?
I believe so.
The crowd appeared to be composed of fans of each candidate, with Ron Paul followers in the majority. This student felt the moderator asked softball questions.
You can kind of see they're maybe playing for a vice presidential bid, so it's really the only 2 people are even remotely challenging each other.
And with each break, I noticed a lot of people would get up from their seats. For the most part, everyone stuck with it, but there were a few seats available, so I went in and grabbed one, and I sat with two USF students, and I did remark that there seemed to be a lot of supporters of Ron Paul, and the guy sitting next to me turned to me and said, "What do you expect? You're on a college campus." Back to you, Keith.
It's interesting, Peter. Even Ron Paul in the debate tonight made reference to the fact of, he has a huge following amongst those 30 and under. So he's making a statement, but he's also made it clear that he's not going to be campaigning here in the state of Florida. He's leaving that up to Newt and Mitt, I suppose, at this point, along with Rick Santorum. Thank you.
Peter Bernard reporting live for us tonight on the other side of campus. He mentions Ron Paul there, but we can show you some video of what was taking place just before this debate. A number of Ron Paul supporters waving flags, shouting slogans just north of the theater. Hundreds lining the roadway on Holly Drive near the Marshall Student Center on the USF campus. Several of them using the bullhorns to express their support for Dr. Paul. Paul has said he plans to skip the Sunshine State, as I mentioned, in hopes of winning in some other states.